Episode 7, and today I will show you record classes which are finally available in Java 16. So on the right hand side you see the official documentation, and here you can see record classes first previewed in Java Standard Edition 14. And so this is basically says which new features were introduced in 16, and now the record classes are available without enabling preview features since version 16. So here's a short description. A record is a class that acts as a transparent carrier for immutable data. So let's jump into the more detailed description for record classes. And I think that paragraph here says it's all. So a record declaration specifies in a header a description of its contents. The appropriate accessors, constructor, equals, hashcode, and two string methods are created automatically. A record's fields are final because the class is intended to serve as a simple data carrier. And so the example here, so we have a record describing a rectangle. So basically you can think of records as just classes with some superpowers, so to speak. So we have a rectangle here with two attributes, a double length and a double width, describing a rectangle. So that's the record definition. To get the same effect, you would have to declare a class like here. So you would have to declare a final public class. You would have to declare the two instance variables as private finals, then the corresponding constructor to initialize these two fields. Then you would have to define two public methods to access the fields, so two getters. And then you have to implement equals, hashcode, and toString method, depending on how you would like it. I will put all these links in the description below. So here's another part of the documentation about the record class, and so something that it says, so for all record classes the following invariant must hold. If a record component are C1, C2 until Cn, so that's basically the attributes. That means if you copy a record like this, so you create a new record, and in the constructor you give this record all your fields from the record that you want to copy, then if you do this, then R equals copy must be true. And that's basically, you don't have to do that because you get this for free, because you can jump back to this documentation. Hashcode and equals and toString is implemented for you. You don't have to do anything. You get this for free. So let's create a record and play with it a little bit. So, and as you can see, if you have at least a JDK 16, and I'm using IntelliJ here, if you say new class, you have the option record here. So let's say we create a person record. And so we just keep it simple. We say a person has a name and an age, and that's all we need for now. So since I'm a very big fan of tests, let's play with this in a test setup. So we have a test should create person test. So we say, and you just use new to create a new record, so as with all the other classes. And now you just say John 67. Sorry about that. So I'm a bit lost on my keyboard. Refactor. Introduce variable. So we have a final variable. And now, because the getters are created automatically, you can just say person dot h, and you get the h. So a third equals so person dot name. We execute that. And we get a green test. So because name is John, now we do the same thing for 76, and we change that to H. And that's it. So now let's play around with equals. So let's do exactly the same thing that is mentioned here. So we create another person. And now we initialize it like this. So we say person.name is the value for our name, and person h is the value for our h. So and now assert true person equals person2. And so you see all our assertions are satisfied, therefore the test is green. And end of the story, I would really encourage everybody to use record classes if you just want to have a class to store data. And in general, I will come to this concept in a later episode. Is always, I mean, not always, but you know, like separating data and logic is not such a bad idea. And so these record classes really help you to, you know, save time and make your whole code more concise. Well, that's it for today. Thank you very much. If I missed something here, or if you have questions, please write me a comment down below. And if you like this video, please leave me a like and subscribe to the channel, and see you next time. Thank you. Goodbye.